Hi, my name is Chris. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing Leetcode problem 509 Fibonacci number in JavaScript. It's considered an easy problem. Okay, first thing you need to understand before we even think about this problem is what the Fibonacci sequence is. If you Google, it's pretty easy to understand, but I can show you right away. Basically, this Fibonacci sequence starts with 0 and 1. It's a series of numbers, right? And then every number that follows is these two numbers added, the two previous numbers added together, right? So we start with 0 and 1, and then to get our next number, we add the two previous. So 1 and 0 equals 1. And to get the next number, you add the two previous. So 1 plus 1 equals 2. We add, to get the next number, we add the two previous. 1 plus 2 equals 3. To get the next one, we do 3 plus 2. To get the next one, we do 5 plus 3. To get the next one, 8 plus 5, so on and so forth. There's the Fibonacci sequence. So what this problem is asking is, given a number, right? Given this number in the Fibonacci sequence, what would be the next number, right? That's the way I think about it. So if we're given 2, right, we're going to go to the second number, and then we're going to try to find the next one. So we add 1 and 0, our output is 1. If we are given 3, we go to the third number, add that and this previous number, we get 2, so our output is 2, right? If we're given 4, we go to the fourth number, we add that number to the previous number, we get 3, right? So if we were given 5, we add 3 plus 2, we output 5, right? If we're given 6, we add 5 plus 3 and output 8. Okay, so hopefully this is making sense. All right, so how do we do this? Let's move over to CodePen, and you know what, I'm going to choose a bigger number because, oops, sorry about that. What was our variable? N? Yeah, okay. Actually, no. Let's start with equals 0. Create a function, we're just going to call it func. And for now, we're just going to return, oh, I forgot to, let's log into the console so we can see what's going on. Okay. We should see 0, we do. Okay, we're going to create, well, actually, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to just write a couple if statements. I'm going to say if n equals 0, return 0. And if n equals 1, we're going to return 1. Let me get rid of this for now so we can make sure this is working correctly. So it's working correctly for 0. Should be fine for 1. It is. Cool. So the reason why we did that is if you have 0, well, yeah, if you have 0, you're adding that to the previous number. Well, okay, so yeah, so we have to start from 2, right? We can't start from any less than that because we need 2 numbers to calculate our output, right? So we're just going to use these as a default. So let's move to figuring out the rest of it. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a variable called fibs, and we're going to do it in reverse order, right? So if we look at Fibonacci sequence, the first two numbers would be 0, 1. We're going to put everything in reverse order. So if I were to continue with this, you know, it looked like this. 2, 3, 5. You get the idea, right? And the reason why we're going to do that is we're going to return fibs at 0 plus fibs at 1. Okay? Right, so if we have 2 here, we should get 1 because we're returning this. Right, because we always want to return the 2 previous numbers. So if you can imagine this in reverse, right, that just makes it easier if we can just give it next to 0 or 1. I suppose we could always use fibs.length minus 1 and fibs.length minus 2 and put it in actual order, but this is a little bit less code. It's easier for me to understand, I suppose. Okay, and then we need to equate for any other number, right? So we're going to use a while. Oh, we're going to create one more variable. We're going to call it counter, and that's going to equal 2. And then in our while loop, we can say if counter is less than n. Oh, geez, I'm forgetting things today. If counter is less than n, what we're going to do is we're going to unshift we're going to unshift this. Right? So unshift pushes a number to the front of the array. Cool, and that's, oh, and then we need to increment the counter. Oh crap. Fortunately, it didn't go in that loop, otherwise I would have just created an infinite loop. Yeah, we need to increment the counter. Okay, so let's see what's happening here, and what I want to do is we're just going to console.log fibs in the while loop, and this will allow us to see what's happening. Great. All right, so we started with, oh, let's do fibs and counter. This is even better. Right. So we started with 1 and 0, and then we pushed 0 plus 1, so the 2 previous numbers, 1 and 0, we didn't push, we unshifted it, so we added it to the front of the array, right? And then we increment the counter, right? And so then we get to 3, and you know what, we should actually, this will make more sense. I think this will help us see what's going on even better. There we go. Cool. So we start with 2, right? And then we add 1 plus 1, or sorry, then we add 1 plus 0, and we add this 1, right? And then we go to 3, we add 1 plus 1, and we add this 2. We get to 4, we add 2 plus 1, and we get this 3. We get the 5, we add 2 plus 3 equals 5. We get to 6, and we add 3 plus 5 equals 8. We get to 7, we get to 5 plus 8 equals 13. We get to 8, we get 8 plus 13 equals 21, right? And then at this point, the counter increments, and we're at 9, so we leave the while loop, and then we just return fibs 0, 1, which is 21 and 13. Okay? So hopefully that makes it nice and clear. Let's go ahead and pull this back over to Leetcode. Copy all the logic. And let's run it. And let's submit it. Fantastic, and it's nice and fast. All right, hopefully you found this video helpful and enjoyable. If you did, please like it. It helps my channel grow. If you'd like to see more like these, more videos like these, please like and subscribe to my channel. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon.